Well, under the bright Charlotte, North Carolina floodlights, welcome along board, ladies and gentlemen, to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for one of the biggest races of the Stock Car World Cup calendar. This is the Carolina 600, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along board as tonight under the lights here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the action is going to get absolutely intense, and the energy level, the intensity level of this championship fight that has risen over the past couple of races is going to continue to rise. And tonight, here in Concord, North Carolina, for round 13 of 32 races this season, it is the longest race of the season, 100 laps here around the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the 42 drivers of Stock Car World Cup. The championship fight is absolutely heating up because after Montreal, it's David Malukas, it's Shane Van Gisbergen still holds his point lead, and he's on his third pole position here of the season. David Malukas is 74 back, Matt Tuck is 89 back, but here comes Braden Perez on the front row here tonight, and he's 90 points now out of the championship lead. Cam Waters 111 points back, with Dovik Charette 112, and then it starts to really starting to see some gaps starting to reform here, because it's 131 back to Pato, 132 back to Drew Webb, up 3 positions after a good run in Montreal, 148 back to Connor Zilic. Joseph Newgarden struggles the past few weeks, continue. He's 159 points out of the title lead. 168 points back is Blaine Keys, and then you see the big jump there back to Sam Mayer at 265 points back. But it's still the top 11 have separated themselves from the rest of this championship fight. And tonight, under the lights here in the Carolina 600, the intensity picks up, and the intensity picks up in the constructor standing, because Grattan Autosport has a 20-point lead after a great performance in Montreal. Van Gisbergen did rebound the best he could, but their Action Express is now at 289 points, 20 points out of the lead. RFK Racing is 4 points behind Action Express Racing. Red Bull Verstappen Racing is closing rapidly, now only 8 points out of third position in the constructors. Team Penske Williams, they are moving their way up. They're fifth now in the constructors. Jumpin' United Autosport, and they're ahead of Team 29 United. Andretti Global in the 7th position, and Hendrick Motorsports continues to struggle this year, and their struggles they have not been able to figure it out this season, and it's been a slog for them. I mean, look at the gap in the Action Express Racing, the only Pontiac team in the top 5. It's just not been a good year for the Pontiac game. The General Motors folks, it just hasn't worked out for them. It just has not worked out for
to your cars.
It has not worked out for the General Motors brigade outside of Van Gisbergen. There's a lot of storylines to follow in this race. Up on the front 2 rows, we find Van Gisbergen, Perez, and Blaine Keys. That is 1st, 4th, and 11th in the championship hunt. Way back in the pack. That's right, folks. You can see the tops of those cars. That is Matt Tuck and Dovik Charette. 37th and 38th positions here starting tonight. They had horrendous qualifying efforts. Drew Webb out-qualified both of them. Stuart Grattan out-qualified all 3 of his cars, as Stuart Grattan continues to be the strongest, arguably one of the stronger Grattan cars the past few weeks, which, to be honest, no disrespect to Stuart, of course, he's had a nice little run here, but that's not a good sign in the championship hunt. This team of Tuck, Charette, and Webb, these 3 need to step up quickly, because Van Gisbergen is not going anywhere. Braden Perez is rapidly coming in the championship. He's got 5 top 10s this season and 5 top 5s to go with that. So that tells you a lot of how good this superstar on the rise has been. Joseph Newgarden is up there as well. You see the 2 Audis from Otter Island Motorsports are starting there on the insides of rows 5 and 6. They've had a better couple of weeks. William Sawalich, there's a bunch of the Toyotas are up here. I think a lot, the development-wise, you're starting to see some of these other teams are catching up to Grattan Autosport here, and that is going to be a tricky one for them to navigate here in the coming races. They're going to have to figure this out here, but let's take a look here at our starting lineup here tonight. Row number 1, we find Shane Van Gisbergen, our championship leader. Outside of him is 4th in points, Braden Perez, in that heavily updated Red Bull Verstappen Racing BMW M4. Row number 2 is Blaine Keys and Corey Heim. Row number 3 is Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. Row number 4 is Joseph Newgarden and Caleb Rose. Caleb Rose, by the way, is the World Cup 3 winner here, so he won here a few seasons ago in this race. Looking to be a 2-time Carolina 600 winner. Row number 5 is Nicholas Samudio and Stuart Gratton. And in row number 6, Colton Herta in his last ever World Cup start before he's off to Formula 1. Andretti Global is expected to replace him. We're not entirely sure yet. There's some rumors there'll be Felix Rosenquist. There's also some rumors that Rogel Dorn could move over to the 26 for the rest of the season, and Rinus VK might be coming back here soon. To the inside of him on row number 6 is Chase Harris. The Audis for Otter Island looking very strong here. Row number 7 is Drew Webb and William Sawalich. Row number 8, Tomo Miata continues his hot streak of qualifying. Outside of him, Matthew Huber. Row number 9 is William Byron and Christian Lundgaard. Outside of him, row number 10, we find Cam Waters and Kyle Kirkwood. Row number 11 is Connor Zilich and Nathan Stapleton. Row number 12 is Ryan Blaney and Nathan Smith. Row 13 is Pato Ward and Jamie Chadwick. Row number 14 is Max Davis and Kyle Larson. Row 15 is Leah Block and Sam Mayer. Row 16 is David Malukas, second in the championship. He's going to need to start moving his way up through the field quickly here tonight to his inside Dorian Pin. Row 17 is Thomas Troxel and Logan Williams. I expect Logan is going to be driving like a horse on fire here tonight to try and move his way through the field. Behind them, Jack Haas on his way to Pfaff Motorsports next season. Rogel Dorn potentially on his way to Andretti here soon. Row number 19, Matt Tuck and Ludovic Charette. This is an absolute qualifying nightmare for second, third, and sixth in the championship, but they have fast cars. Can they find their way through the front? Row 20 is Scott McLaughlin and Tyler Reddick. McLaughlin's qualifying struggles continue. And then on the final row, Alex Palou, former Carolina 600 winner, and Mick Schumacher rounding out the field here tonight. Well, here we go, as the 42 cars roll off the grid. Remember, we're probably looking at about a 3-stop race here potentially tonight. The fuel window is about 28 to 33 laps, so expect potentially a 3-stop race. If this turns into a 3-stopper, I think mathematically that has to. If this turns into a long end of that run on a 3-stop, this is going to be very, very tight at the end of the run. But you gotta remember, that's if this race stays green. The likelihood of this race staying green, I wouldn't bet on it. This race is always produced fuel mileage, it's produced chaos, some huge wrecks, some championship swings. Caleb Rose, Connor Zilich, Alex Palou, Sam Mayer won here last season. It proves to be an absolute dynamo of a race. And up front, some 3 heavy hitters in the championship: Van Gisbergen, Perez, Blaine Keys, Corey Heim, who's had a very good season, by the way. I know he's only got 1 top 10, but he has proven much better this season than he was last year with the Tricon Passer disaster. This is gonna be fun, folks. It's time for another championship battle here under the lights here at Concord, North Carolina. Van Gisbergen and Perez lead us up through the gears. Let's go racing in the Carolina 600. And already jumping out to the lead here very quickly, it's Blaine Keys in the 2. Van Gisbergen's going to get shoved a little bit to the outside. Here comes Keys, here comes Denny Hamlin, here comes Caleb Rose. 2 Toyotas here jumping their way into the top. Here comes the Audis, the Samudio and Harris with Stuart Gratton to the inside of them. The outside lane is not working well here early up in this race. Got cars sliding all over the place. The bottom lane just coming in here beautifully, but that top is not heating up at all for these drivers. It's Sam and Dio and Harris now are in the top 6. They are moving their way with Stuart Grant split between them. Sawalish, Miata, Lyra, Connor Zilish just moved up like 15 spots in the opening 2 laps. He started in the 20s. Here comes Rotomo Miata now. We've got 3 Tricon Garage cars here in the top 10. This is an unbelievable start from them. Zilich, Van Gisbergen settles down. Perez continues to slide backwards so quickly here. Was that the caution lights were on? Oh, Jack Haas went around. Stapleton went around also. Early calamity here in the Carolina 600. They're going to race back to the caution. It's Blaine Keys, your leader. Denny Hamlin, Caleb Rose, Sam Benzio, Stuart Grattan, Chase Harris. What a start from Rotomo Miata, Kyle Kirkwood, Connor Zilich. Heim went backwards, Newgarden went backwards, Perez went way backwards. Matt Tuck went even more backwards than he was already. Ludovic Charetz moved her way up to 27th, so that's a good start for Ludovic. McLaughlin's moved forward, Tuck hasn't moved. Perez 18th already. Not a good start for him here tonight. And we're seeing some cars already. The top 4. I don't know what happened here. This field got a little bit spread out. But already the top 4. Everybody's coming down pit road. Nobody wants to stay out and roll the dice. Just kind of to be expected here. The tire fall off is massive at this racetrack. So here comes Keys. And we're going to have to see. I mean, that top lane, look, the top lanes, they've been saying, drivers have been saying all weekend here, the top lane here, Charlotte, could be a little bit slippery on the way these tires are and how powerful these cars have gotten. Oh, did Sam Badillo take 2 tires? I think Sam Badillo took 2 tires because he's going to jump everybody. Yeah, 8.67 stop for the 79. So Nicholas Samadillo said, I want some track position. I want to be ahead of everybody. I don't know if I would have done that given he was only in the 4th position when he came down pit road. It's not like he had a lot to lose there. But Nicholas Samadillo, Otter Island Motorsports with the Audi gang here. That car's been heavily updated the past couple races, so you're starting to see it come to life, and Sam Badillo find his way back up to the front of these races, but it's Audi, Dodge, Toyota, Audi, Ford, Pontiac, Toyota. Some surprise names here early up here in this going. This Carolina 600, 2 NS Ganassi cars who I think got involved in that accident. But we're going to take a break here, come back. We'll get you the replay of the incident, and then we'll get back to racing here in the Carolina 600. So watch here, 3 wide early on in the race. Stapleton gets way too wide, bangs the outside wall into his driver, Sam Mayer. Almost saves it, but Rogel Dorn goes slide it back up. Mayer, Stapleton, Jack Haas. Mick Schumacher's going to get a piece of it. I don't think anybody's too badly damaged here. A little heavy damage on the side of the O2, but I don't think anybody else is too damaged. It should be a quick yellow here. It's been a rapid start here in this Carolina 600. Let's get back to the action. Well, it's a very interesting grid here we got going on. We got Nicholas Samadillo. He's 31st in points. Blaine Keys is 11th in points. Denny Hamlin is 33rd in points. Caleb Rose is 13th. Chase Harris is 40th in points. Stuart Grattan is up to 23rd. Byron is in 14th. Connor Zilich is 9th in points. Van Gisbergen's our point leader. Rotomo Miata has been impressive the past couple weeks here. Then you got Heim, Newgarden, Kirkwood, Nathan Smith, Sawalich, Webb, Chadwick, Davis, Perez, Pin, Troxel, Williams, Can those two Grattan cars of Charette and Tuck work their way back to the front? But here we go. Let's find out how fast these Audis of Otter Island Motorsport are here. Sam Medeo and Chase Harris showing some pace here early in to go into this Carolina 600. Remember, Sam Medeo took 2 tires. Everybody else took 4. So this could work well for a little bit for Sam Medeo if that car is fast enough here. He's going to have to work with that number 2. Oh, Keys is going to throw it down into 3 and 4. He's beating and banging on the back of the 79 for the lead. Blake Keys in the Carolina 600. And now the door is going to be open for Chase Harris. The Audis are absolutely showing out here early. We haven't seen this pace out of Harris, and it feels like a few seasons. Keys get stuck on the outside. Here comes Grattan. Here comes Byron. Here comes Zillage. They're 3 wide in the back of the pack there for a moment. And here comes Stuart Grattan in the 23. This is exactly the guy of the, Drew Webb, Matt Tuck, Ludovic Charette. They have over almost 30 wins between them. Stuart Grattan's only got 3, I believe. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. Harris stuck on the outside. There's no grip up there right now. Grattan's going to lead that lap, and here comes Connor Zillage in the 48 to the inside of Stuart Grattan down the back straightaway. Can't make the move stick just yet. Grattan gets the runoff into the corner a little bit better. Here comes Newgarden's up to 4th. We got Kirkwood, Smith, Davis are finding their way here. Braden Perez has found his way back into this fight. Hamlin is settled down. Thomas Troxel is up here now. This is a great run for Troxel in the 97. Sawallich is still up there. Blaney, Elliott, Waters, Malukas working their way through the field. Van Gisbergen's going backwards. 3 wide, 4 wide. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, this could be so devastating for Ludovic Charette if she were to get caught up in an accident right now. And Matt Tuck looks like he's a ways off the pace back here. That's not a good sign. But here comes Stuart Grattan. Keys got by Zillage, and now he's going to work all over the back of that 23 Genwell Mustang here. By the way, don't look now. Here come the Red Bulls of Perez and Williams. They are working their way through the field. They see the opportunity is in front of them tonight. They know they have a fast cars here with all these new updates that the team has brought. Here comes Keys to the inside of Stuart Grattan. I don't know how big a fight Stuart's going to put up here. You got to tip your hat to the veteran in the 23. This is a fantastic run for him here. And Newgarden, that outside lane, just absolutely chewing the tires up here. And now here comes Max Davis in the 12, Perez in the 69. Davis is going to bump his way into the corner. 3 wide. Here comes Braden Perez. Oh, they almost made contact coming off the corner. Stuart Grattan's going to be the big loser as he got stuck way out in the outside. Here comes Kirkwood, Hamlin, Williams, Elliott, Blaney. There's all 3 of the Penske Williams Dodges are up here. Stuart Grattan just got freight trained out of here. The rest of his pack is spread out here in the back. Drew Webb got stuck up there in the marbles. Tuck's found his way back to the pack at least, so he has a shot to work his way. Oh, here comes Lundgaard, Charette, Block. It's a little sketchy here. Oh, there goes Liam Block! The MSR car spinning down the front straightaway. No caution. Oh, a disaster for them Meyer-Shank Racing cars. Oh, you got to be careful here, folks. You got to be careful here to work this out. Block's going to be wildly slow here. She's banging off the wall again, and there she goes down the back straightaway. Spinning down the back straightaway. And we are under caution here. Oh, Stapleton almost got into Tuck. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't even know what's going on up front right now. That's how chaotic this has been. Oh, my goodness. The tire wear here, I mean, the tire wear has been absolutely outrageous this weekend. Boy, we are seeing it show up here tonight. Sam Medeo took 2 tires and got absolutely smoked. Smoked. And I think we're going to see everybody's going to pit again. Only made it a couple laps here. Braden Perez started on the front row, got shuffled back, and has already worked his way back to the front. Logan Williams is coming with him. The Dodges look very strong as well, by the way. Blaney and Davis are up there. Let's see what everybody's going to do here. See if anybody takes 2 tires. Oh, 33, 21, 22, 12. Davis is going to beat the 33. I think Logan's going to jump the 27. Almost. Keys almost gets into the back of Perez. Perez is going to hold third, so the top 3 is going to remain the same. Here comes Davis, Kirkwood, Hamlin, Logan Williams, Malukas. Oh, there's trouble on pit road for Rose and Heim. Bratton's going to lose a bunch of track position. Tuck, I think, is starting to move his way through the field. Got a ton of cars here tore up. Got some cars torn up here. Oh, boy. We'll strap in, folks. I don't think this race is going to get any calmer anytime soon. Blaine Keys, Joseph Newgarden, Braden Perez, Max Davis, Kyle Kirkwood, Denny Hamlin, Logan Williams, David Malukas, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Thomas Troxel, best run of his season, Connor Zillett, Caleb Rose, Nathan Smith, Chase Harris. Let's take a look at that replay of the incident. See, we're going to watch the start of that incident and then the inevitable spin down the back straightaway for Leah Block, and we'll get you right back to the action. So, watch Leah Block, way too wide off of turn 2. This track is just a slip and slide today with some of the changes that they've made to the track surface into her Honda teammate Corey Heim. Bang off the inside wall. That is unfortunate there for Block in the 06. She goes spinning down the back straightaway. And second caution of the day here in the Carolina 600. Well, Blaine Keys so far tonight. Folks, I want you all to think about something. The last time, Blaine Keys has 1 career Stock Car World Cup win. It was driving the 78 for Otter Island Motorsports in Season 2 at Fontana. Y'all can go look that back up. The only other driver who has won a race before on the channel that has a longer, on this series that has a longer winless streak, by the way, is Corey Heim, who won at Euro Speedway back in season number 1, driving for Tricon TGR. That was his only Stock Car World Cup win. I don't know if tonight's going to be the night that he breaks that drought. Tonight might be the night Blaine Keys breaks that drought and gets Penske Williams, puts the Shell Pennzoil number 2 colors back in victory lane here. Or could it be Max Davis in the 12? Could it be Ryan Blaney in the Pennzoil 22? I mean, let's find out, folks. We're back up through the gears. Green flag racing here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's been chaos. Here comes Newgarden. Already wants to jumps to the bottom of the racetrack. Here he comes. It's Newgarden, and he's going to take his teammate, Keys' teammate, Max Davis, with him. Oh boy, here comes Max Davis. This is how you know Penske Williams cars are super strong here tonight. Davis is really whipping that thing here. And here comes Kyle Kirkwood with him. Kirkwood's been fantastic the past couple of races. Perez got stuck on the outside. Here comes Logan Williams now. Denny Hamlin's right about with him. Troxel almost 3 wide down into turns 1 and 2. They are 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Oh, it's a madhouse shuffle here as drivers are jostling for positions here, trying to make something stick here and get to the bottom of the racetrack. This top lane is not working well tonight here. You got to get as much as you can out of these brand new tires before the tires start to fall off, and the tire wear has been absolutely aggressive this weekend. It's Blaney to the inside of Williams. He's stuck on the outside now. It's Davis and Kirkwood, 2 guys who you didn't expect to be up here battling for the win in the Carolina 600, but they have strong cars. Denny Hamlin has a strong car, so does Ryan Blaney, and Thomas Troxel has been outstanding here tonight. This has been one of Troxel's best drives of the season, really since Daytona, so he almost scored the victory there in the Florida 500 back in the Daytona International Speedway. Lost to Shane Van Gisbergen, top 3 single file, top 6 single file. Here comes Nathan Smith, Cam Waters, Braden Perez got back to the bottom. Williams is stuck on the outside. Christian Lundgaard, and don't look now. Here comes Ladovic Charette. She started 37th, has worked her way up through the field methodically. Tyler Reddick started behind Ladovic Charette, by the way, and is up now in the top 10. So we're seeing some drivers from the back of this pack work their way to the front. Matt Tuck really the only exception as far as big names go here. Paddle's moving his way through the field. Drew Webb's working his way backwards. Blake Keys now is way deep in the field. Just cannot get off that top side of the racetrack. Got shuffled all the way out. Oh, Colton Herta got stuck on the outside. Oh, I wonder if Keys took two. Man, Keys is so slow up there. 38.5 his last time around. He just continues to drop like a rock. Man, that top lane is not working well here tonight for a lot of race car drivers. Newgarden around Lundgaard. Williams is moving his way. Charette is up here, and Davis got jumped by everybody. Davis got jumped by his teammates, so it's another Penske Williams car. It's Ryan Blaney now at the head of this pack with Connor Zilisch, Nathan Smith, Cam Waters. Can Davis get down to the bottom of the racetrack? Not quite yet. Here comes Reddick, Van Gisbergen, Kirkland's going backwards, Troxel, Hamlin. Perez might have bounced off the wall a little bit, and here comes Ladovic Charette. This is the kind of race you expect Ladovic Charette to excel at. Managing the tires, managing the track position, having to fight her way through the field. This is what she's fantastic at. Scott McLaughlin is up here now. Oh, 3 wide into 1 and 2. McLaughlin to the inside. Oh, Perez slid his way up the racetrack there. Boy, this is some chaotic stuff here at the front of this pack. But up at the front of this pack, it is Connor Zilisch in the 48. He's a Carolina 600 winner previously here. Quarter of the way through the race, Zilisch to the inside of Ryan Blaney. For the lead, it's Connor Zilisch. Blaney's going to get shuffled to the outside. Here comes Nathan Smith. He's going to rip that outside, or rip that bottom lane. He's going to go right by Ryan Blaney. Cam Waters, Reddick, Van Gisbergen are also up there. Troxel, Williams, Rose. And now 2 of the Penske Williams cars stuck on the outside. They're going to have to fight their way back through this field. I mean, bear in mind, we're already seeing, we're just a couple laps from the restart, folks. Not even 10 laps from the restart. We're already looking at 0.7 of a second tire fall off here. It's aggressive tire wear tonight. Now Waters slides up the racetrack. Blaney almost gets the wall. Oh, there goes Reddick! He turns Nathan Smith! We got a caution here at Charlotte Motor. Oh, that's not going to be good. Oh, Nathan Smith spins out. There goes Grattan, Stapleton, Schumacher. Tuck goes around the outside. We're under caution here. Oh, I think we had more carnage on the front straightaway. Oh, no. Third caution of the night here at the Carolina 600. And Nathan Smith just got absolutely walloped there. Oh. Reddick just sent him off into the corner, and this crazy night continues here. And I think that's going to be night over. Our first DNFs of the night from the looks at it. Stapleton, Stuart Grattan had a fast car. Nathan Smith was up there. Byron spent some time up there. You're not safe here tonight at Charlotte. That is for certain. Van Gisbergen, our pole sitter, hasn't led a lap tonight, I believe. I mean, this has been a chaotic race. And we've been talking about all weekend with how aggressive the tire fall off is. Those marbles work their way up the racetrack. Oh, Zilisch! Connor Zilisch just got plowed through on pit road by Christian Lundgaard. Man, what a wild race here. Oh, Harris, Keys almost got into each other on pit road. That's a slow stop for Perez. He's going to lose a lot of track position. Oh, Matt Tuck has front end damage. Oh, that's not good. I don't know who Tuck hit there. That is not good for Matt Tuck as his championship struggles continue. I know he's third in points, but it has been a rough past few weekends for him. Key's going to get the fresh tires. You know, if you're Blake Keys, I mean, you got to be upset a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, this track has been so aggressive tonight on these tires. I mean, you never know what could happen. You might be able to just work your way right back up to the pack really quickly. I mean, we're seeing guys come and go so fast. The tire wear has been so aggressive here. Tire wear has just been so aggressive that, you know, you're finding a lot of these marbles are working their way up the racetrack, and it's made the top lanes very, very icy to drive on. You're going to see the replay here we're going to go split screen here and take a look at the replay there of Tyler Reddick, Nathan Smith, Stuart Gratton, Nathan Stapleton, William Byron there, all getting taken out in that one. They are all done for the night, along with the 41 of Mick Schumacher. So that is some tough luck there for all those guys. It's not been a good night for NS Ganassi. It's really not been a good night for Grattan Autosport. Ladovic Charette's trying to save her night. David Lucas isn't having fun here. Blaine Keys was having fun for a little bit. Nicholas Samadil's had a fast car, so he gets some track position back. We can find a rhythm in this race. You know, that's the one thing this race has been we're getting a lot of action packing here because of how fast paced this race has been. You know, we haven't really settled down into a rhythm, but it's a long way to go, folks. A long way to go. We're 30 laps into this 100-lap race here. It's Connor Zillage, Cam Waters, SVG, Tyler Reddick, Logan Williams, Caleb Rose, Brian Blaney, Chase Harris. This has been awesome for Otter Island Motorsports. I think regardless of the outcome here, they have a lot of reasons to smile. Scott McLaughlin. Hey, Hendrick Motorsports looks good here tonight. So does Thomas Troxel, Chase Elliott, Ladovic Charette's just lurking there. So I couldn't tell you who I think is going to win this race. My money's still on those Red Bull BMWs, but you can never be sure with how when a race unfolds like this and how aggressive everyone's been. Almost thought about 3 wide down into 1 and 2 on the restart. Waters thought about ripping it to the outside. Couldn't hold the top lane. It's just getting so slippery out there. Here comes Caleb Rose, and here comes our point leader, Shane Van Gisbergen, to the bottom of the racetrack. He goes to the inside of Connor Zillage for the lead, SVG. Looking to become the first ever driver to win 4 races in a season, and with how bad Tuck is struggling here tonight and Malukas hanging out in the back of the pack, there's some opportunity here for SVG to do some serious damage to his rivals in the championship. And here comes Caleb Rose, our Season 3 winner here in the Carolinas 600. Oh, can he close the door on Ryan Blaney? Blaney almost took him out there. 3 wide. Here comes Chase Harris in the 75. Oh, Rose body bags it off the wall. Oh my goodness. Almost was a huge accident there. Oh, sort it out, guys. Sort it out. This is going to get ugly very quickly. Ladovic got stuck on the outside. Oh, Kirkwood. Waters finds his way back down to the bottom. We're seeing a lot of aggressive maneuvers tonight. But SVG, our point leaders, checking out. It's Chase Harris, Scott McLaughlin, Max Davis. A wild round out. Oh my goodness! Larson goes jumping across the front straightaway. Here comes Braden Perez is involved, and we have the big one here in Charlotte. Oh. Oh, is that Charette involved? Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Cam Waters is destroyed. Oh, no. Braden Perez, who had just worked his way to 4th in the championship. A huge accident here on the front straightaway. All I saw was Larson hop over the grass. Waters just trundling his way back to pit road. So is Kyle Kirkwood. This is a wild race. We're 4 cautions into this, folks. We're going to be here all night. It was not like this in testing, I swear, folks. It's gotten insane as this race has started. And we're back down pit road again. Oh my goodness. That's a devastating hit there to Caleb Rose. Drew Webb's found his way up here. Kyle Larson flying across the lawn there. And I guess the only good thing that's going to come of this, if there's a good thing, we're going to get some cars out of this race. So some of this chaos is definitely going to start to dial down, but that is some heavy, heavy hitters out of this race. Kyle Kirkwood had a good car. Cam Waters had a good car. Corey Heim had a decent car. And the door is being opened for guys like Max Davis, Chase Harris. Scott McLaughlin's not an underdog, but he's not had a good year. You know what I'm saying? Van Gisbergen's going to win the race off of pit road. But it's opening the door for some of these guys here. You know, Harris, McLaughlin, Davis. I mean, even Newgarden to some level. I know he's 10th in points, but he's been struggling the past few weeks. Williams, Blaney, Sawalich, Dorian Pinn is up here. This is opening the door to a lot of drivers who have been struggling the past couple of weeks to really have some good runs here tonight. So I think Larson's out of the race. Kirkwood's out of the race. Heim, I think, is out of the race. And I'd be shocked if Braden Perez goes back out there. How damaged that car is. But, let's get another replay. The action stays hot here tonight. And we'll take a look at the replay that brought out our fourth caution of the night. Kyle Larson went flying across the front lawn and into the wall. Let's take a look at what happened here. So this starts down in turns 4, coming off the exit. You can see Braden Perez is just a little too close for comfort there at the 62 of Larson. And then Larson's going to come back up. Oh my goodness, he tried to save it there. Wheel hopped across the transition in the turf, into the wall, upside down. A huge accident here. And the big one in the Carolina 600. This race that has not stopped. My goodness, what a ride for Larson down the front straightaway. That Charette, San Mateo, Honda team killer right. Honda and NS Ganassi team clear out here. You see Tuck there with some damage from a previous accident. We are tearing all sorts of stuff up here tonight under the Concord, North Carolina lights. It's crazy. It's dangerous. It's wild. This is the Carolina 600. It's just we're not even halfway in, folks. This race has been absolute madness. Shane Van Gisbergen. I mean, a lot of people, I think, thought, you know, over the first couple races, you know, is he a real threat? Is he a real threat? Can he actually hold his fight in the championship? Well, to be honest, folks, I mean, every time Braden Perez is a good race, there's something bad that happens. I don't know what has happened at Grattan Autosport the past few weekends, but Matt Tuck has not been on a hot streak. Outside of that run at Montreal, it's not been pretty. Same for Ludovic Charette. David Malukas is consistently inconsistent. Blaine Keys, I think, has the car to finally go up there, but he's just struggled tonight. Drew Webb is working his way through the field. You've got some big-time upsetters here trying to play into this role here. Chase Harris, Scott McLaughlin, who he's not really an underdog, but with the kind of season he's having. Max Davis, you don't expect him to show out on these ovals at this level. Ryan Blaney hasn't won a race in a few years. Logan Williams, Sawalich, Penn, Pelot, Hamlin. Let's get back up through the gears as already they're jumping to the inside of Davis. The action stays hot here before this race track. Zillich inside of his Hendrick Motorsports teammate. I think McLaughlin's going to be on the backwards train really quickly. And here comes Chase Harris in the 75. Otter Island Motorsports putting in one of their best nights they've had in a very long time. Sam Mateo had his run up here in the front. Now it's Harris is going to get his shot. Zillich, Newgarden, Blaney, Williams, Sawalich, Pelot. Davis got all the way back down to the inside already, so that's good news for him. Oh, 3 wide here. They're going to put the point leader to the outside. Van Gisbergen into the outside wall down the back straightaway. And there goes Malukas and Keys flying by him. We were just talking about how Little Dave hasn't been having a good couple of races. Here comes Ludovic. Now Van Gisbergen is just stuck on that outside, picked up the marbles, and it takes a few laps for that stuff to wear off. But here we go, front of this racetrack. It's Harris, Zillich, Newgarden. Ryan Blaney, and former winner here, Alex Palou. I believe it was the first Carolina 600 that Alex Palou won, so he's got a history of winning here before. Lap number 41 ticks up on the board now. Here comes Joseph Newgarden to the inside of Connor Zilic. He might get a twofer. He might get a 2-4. Harris left the door open. Was able to close it, but down the back straightaway. These RFK Mustangs have been very quick here this weekend. Here comes Palou for Enes Ganassi. Here comes Max Davis, Danny Hamlin, Drew Webb, Tyler Reddick. Blaine Keys is back. David Lucas is back. Logan Williams is going to fight his way through the field. Ludovic Charette. McLaughlin settled down. Caleb Rose is still up there, so that damage he got from hitting the outside wall isn't too bad. Boy, we have an Audi. We have an Audi leading the field here in the Carolina 600. What a tremendous job that Otter Island Motorsports has done with this car. Oh, Newgarden. Oh, Newgarden. Roughs him up. Here comes Blaney. He gets the lead. I don't know how long he's going to hold it for because now the other of the team, the Penske-Williams trio, wants his shot at the lead. And Blaney just backs off there. I'm not really sure why he backed off. He had the opportunity presented there. Blaney to second. Maybe it's going to be Palou to second. Sends it down into the corner. Harris is going backwards. Checking our way through the field. Dan Gisbergen settled down. Tuck is way off the pace here. I think we're finally getting a little bit of, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're finally starting to find some rhythm here as Charette's going backwards now. Woohoo! 3 wide, almost 3 wide between Reddick, Blaney, and Palou. Here comes Keys. Oh, Reddick bounces into the 0-1 again. Oh, and Palou's into the outside wall. Race Control is not happy with Tyler Reddick for his aggressive driving here tonight. They have presented him with the black flag. So Tyler Reddick is going to get the black flag here for some very aggressive driving. And he bounces it off the wall. He's going to have to work his way to the bottom of the racetrack. Troxel, Blaney, Charette. Hope everyone can stay clean getting around him as he comes to pit road. They can. Blaney bounces off the wall. Almost takes out Ludovic. So here we go. This is a wild top 5 here. It's Joseph Newgarden for RFK Racing. Connor Zilic for Hendrick Motorsports. Max Davis leading the Penske-Williams charge now. Denny Hamlin for Tricon Garage. The other Penske-Williams car, Blaine Keys, David Lucas, Logan Williams, Scott McLaughlin, Caleb Rose, Pato O'Ward, Chase Harris, Thomas Troxel, Drew Webb is lurking up here, so he's at least in the right position he needs to be in. He's 13th. Can't win the race from 13th, but he can work his way through the field as we're closing in on halfway. And this field is just absolutely spread out here. Ward gets a clean run to the inside of Malukas down the back straightaway. Now Malukas is going to try and work his way back to the bottom to block off Chase Harris. Up front. These two right here. Max Davis comes into this race 19th in points. He has had a very nice season. 4 top 10s, 2 top 5s at this point. You know, this is his first time really showing out this strong on an intermediate oval in a hot minute, but Penske-Williams looking really, really strong here. Announced in Montreal that Pfaff Motorsports are going in the grid with Jack Haas coming into that fold to drive the 38 for Pfaff Motorsports, and they're going to be technically partnered with Penske-Williams. So that's giving Penske-Williams a pseudo 4th car on the grid next season, and I think the expectations are rising over there, but the performances are rising with them. These drivers of Davis, Keys, and Blaney, all in the top 25 in points. They're working their way up the constructors. They've had a very nice run here. McLaughlin, Rose, and Williams battling side by side. Oh, and we're under caution again. Oh, it was Jack Haas. Speak of the devil. 5th caution of the night here in the Carolina 600. It's like that 2005 Coke 600. You know, the one that Jimmy... The last time that I remember a 600 miler at Charlotte, I mean, if I remember, it was Jimmy... The 48 car went flying around the 18 out to win the race in a photo finish. So if this chaos holds, we're going to see... History would tell us that Connor Zilic and Drew Webb are going to be in a side-by-side finish. That could be fun. It really was not this chaotic in testing. The racing's been so wild in between. So Tyler Reddick will get his lap back. Jack Haas down pit road here. Not really sure what happened to him. Davis is side by side with Zilic. Perez is going to have to go down pit road. Zilic and Davis hop over, jump Newgarden. Oh, Newgarden might have gotten a run there. Nope. It's going to be Davis P2 now, I believe. So we'll get this all sorted out. We'll get Tyler Reddick waved around. Take a look at Jack Haas spin here real quick. And then get back to racing here in the Carolina 600. An unbelievably chaotic race here tonight. We got HMS, RFK, Penske, Red Bull, Penske, United, Tricon, HMS, some big teams, big names, big drivers up here. Let's take a look at this replay here. Well, Jack Haas, second time he's been on here today. And slid up the hill, got into Elliott, just lost control of it there. Nice little spin down the back straightaway. And that's gonna, I mean, he's gonna get away with no damage, so, I mean, that's good for Haas. The attrition rate continues to climb here. I don't know if we're done wrecking. I don't know if we're done with anything yet, but it's Joseph Newgarden, Connor Zilic, Max Davis, Denny Hamlin, and Blaine Keys, your top 5 at the moment, but anything can happen here. We got a long way to go in this Carolina 600. Well, 33 cars are still on track. Tyler Reddick gets his lap back. I do think race control is going to be looking at the pace of the 54 soon because he's pretty off the pace. I don't think they're going to let him stay out much longer. But. If Ryan Blaney could work his way back up to the front, this could be a magical night for Penske Williams. But they are going to have to contend with that 48, who I feel is the strongest car on the racetrack. Actually, let me rephrase. I think these are the 2 best cars in the racetrack because every time you see one of these BMWs get shuffled, they find their way back up into the top 10 in like 5 laps. And Blaine Keys has been front to front tonight. So, I think he's got a good shot at winning this. Ladovic Charette has moved her way up a lot. Scott McLaughlin has also moved his way up. David Lucas, Thomas Troxel. Drew Webb's lurking there. Van Gisbergen, I mean, he's not far behind Charette and Webb, and Perez is out of contention, so this could still be a big night for Van Gisbergen, but here we go, back up to the green again. Let's see if we can get a green flag run going. We might be here for 2 hours. Might be a 2-hour, first ever 2-hour broadcast here on AG the channel, the rate this is going, but, or not first ever, but you guys know what I'm saying. Hamlin, Maluka stuck on the outside. Charette might get a little jump backwards. Is Logan Williams going to think about a 3-wide maneuver? Oh, yes, he is. He sends it to the bottom of the racetrack. 3 wide for second position. Here comes Logan Williams. Newgarden bangs it out the outside wall. Checks the field up a bit. Here comes Logan Williams, the 2 Penske cars stuck on the outside. Logan Williams up to second now in the Carolina 600. Pato O'Ward and Scott McLaughlin, 2 guys who always find their way with each other. And Caleb Rose, a former Carolina 600 winner. Everyone's starting to settle down into a groove here. See if these guys can get some rhythm going. We can get some laps logging. Van Gisbergen went backwards on the restart. Where is Van Gisbergen? Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was blind. I couldn't see him behind the bright pink Iron Dames Hamilton Racing Lab car. A Dorian pin. Lucas is going backwards. Here comes Davis to the inside of Caleb Rose. That's going to be able to open the door for Blaine Keys, by the way, to fly his way back up here. And Logan Williams just put in the fastest lap of the race. I just said, folks, I mean, the 33 and the 2, I think, are the two best cars here tonight. And Logan Williams got an opportunity, and he said, I'm going to go 3 wide down into 1 and 2. I've been beating the desk on this. Logan Williams, I think, is the best car, this driver team car combo, however you want to view it, that isn't getting the results he deserves. This thing is a rocket ship. He has so many races where he's up here battling for the top 10, and then something goes wrong. And tonight, can he step up for Braden Perez and salvage something for Red Bull Verstappen here in the Constructors? McLaughlin goes to the outside. Dorian Pin has cracked the top 10. Top 3 breaking away a little bit of Zilich, Williams, and Pato. Davis and Keys, the 2 teammates. Rose, Chadwick, Webb has found his way into the top 10. You got Dorian Pin, Colton Herta in his last race here, potentially, unless something changes overnight. For Andretti Global, Chase Harris, Christian Lundgaard, Matthew Huber, and now Ladovic Shred's got to work her way back up in the field. Joseph Newgarden. Blaney fell off a lot on that restart. And Matt Tuck is way off the pace here. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be night over here for the 54 of Matt Tuck. They tried to log some laps, but just not enough pace in that car to keep it going. And Gisbergen stuck on the outside. Here comes Davis. These Penske... Oh, Davis gets it down to the bottom. These Penske Williams cars are wicked fast here tonight. And we're looking at a one-stop race. One more pit stop here. Probably in the lap 82 to 88 range, I believe. So if this stays green... I like these Penske cars, folks. I like these Penske cars. Williams is fast. I mean, I like all this top 4 right now. I like this top 4 a lot. Zilich has really been strong tonight. Logan Williams in that BMW can fly through the field on a whim, and these two have just been working excellent here tonight. Boy, Max Davis, 1 career win at Abu Dhabi. Could you imagine if he gets a second one here in the Carolina 600? Paddle slides back to 5th. Chadwick, Webb, Laughlin, Rose, Harris, Lundgaard, Van Gisbergen, Herta, Pin, Charette, Newgarden, all under a blanket. Blaney's going to have a shot to work his way back up here and get some valuable constructors points for Penske Williams. Oh, Tomo Miata. Oh, engine damage on the 15. That's got to make you nervous if you're Caleb Rose. Your Rose and Lundgaard will be a little sweating now after hearing that. Seeing the 15 down pit road with an engine failure. Van Gisbergen's in 11th. It's not a great run for him tonight, but it's not a bad run. And I don't know, folks. Did Logan Williams cook the tires trying to catch Zilich on that restart? Because Davis's car is really coming to him strong here. And here comes the Penske Williams Verizon 5G Dodge Charger to the bottom of the racetrack. Williams gets way to the top, and now here comes Keys. So it's 2 Penske Williams cars on the podium. Williams back to 4th. Pato O'Ward to 5th. Drew Webb and Scott McLaughlin. Jamie Chadwick having a great night. Caleb Rose, Christian Lundgaard. You got 2 Pacific cars in the top 10. You got 2 Penske Williams cars. The MSR car of Jamie Chadwick. And it's Connor Zilich and Max Davis. Connor Zilich, a former Carolina 600 winner. Max Davis won last season at Abu Dhabi. Blaine Keys has not won in a very, very, very long time in Stock Car World Cup. Take a look here this time by a 29.56, a 29.54, a 29.6. The numbers don't lie, folks. The numbers don't lie. That's the fastest car on the racetrack at the moment. Boy, what a night. What a past couple of weeks this has been for Penske Williams. Re-signed all their drivers to long-term extension, or re-signed Davis and Keys to long-term extensions. Announced a technical partnership with FAF Motorsports. They've brought updates. They brought Jack Haas back in the fold to drive the FAF Charger next to the Plaid car next year. They're going to have 4 cars under their technical partnership, and the future is looking very, very good here for Penske Williams. It's taken them a few seasons to build this foundation, but things are finally coming together for this organization, and you gotta really tip your cap to Andrew Williams and Roger Penske and Tim Cindric and that entire organization for coming together to make this happen. You know, there were people who said you should fire Max Davis. You know, he's not up to the challenge. Well, I mean, folks, he's 19th in points. He's got 4 top 10s this year, a couple podiums, and now he's battling Connor Zilisch in the Hendrick 48 for the Carolina 600 win. I mean, this has been a turnaround for Penske Williams the past 2 seasons. Lost a little bit of time that time. Keys holding his ground there in 3rd. Paddles caught Logan Williams for 4th. Drew Webb leading the Grattan Autosport charge here tonight. Ludovic Charette slid way back to 22nd. Not what she needed here tonight. So, drivers set to gain championship-wise in the points. Keys, Zilisch, Pato, and Webb, if this holds, are the big winners here tonight. Big losers, obviously, are Braden Perez and Matt Tuck. It has not gone well for them tonight. Ludovic Charette is on pace to lose out some more. Not too much, but it's getting a little tricky now. Tricky hours here for Ludovic in this title fight. Lundgaard and Rose, 2 Pacific teammates. Kyle Larson has had some struggles this year. Lundgaard had some struggles early, but the past few races has just been phenomenal for him. I don't know what's been going on there at Pacific that he found his form, but Lundgaard's come on to form. He's been really good. Caleb Rose, I know the numbers would say he's kind of average, but I mean, he's 12th, he's 13th in the points. He's running in the top 10, and I think the wins are coming for Pacific soon. This is the fun part of the race, folks. We're over 1.5 seconds tire fall off, but they're going to catch the lap car with Tomo Miata. They're probably going to catch the lap cars of Leah Block and Braden Perez, I would imagine, before the end of this race. Here comes Pato to the inside of Logan Williams. Williams slides up the track now. Drew Webb. Lundgaard gapped Rose real quickly there. Christian Lundgaard's kind of been the best driver at Pacific the past few races, and that's not something you would ever, I think we came into the season thinking, but, I mean, you got to tip your cap to the young Danish driver. He's been excellent in that 92. Herta to the inside of Rose. He wants a top 10 in his last World Cup race. Harris has been fantastic tonight. Newgarden, McLaughlin, Van Gisbergen. Blaney's going to have a shot to work his way into the top 10, so this could be a really special night here for Penske Williams. Oh, you got to be careful here if you're Max Davis and Connor Zilisch. Oh, to the outside goes Tomo Miata. Davis. Oh, be careful, buddy. Be careful. Max Davis gets a big run there down the back straightaway. He's close within a bumper. Here comes Davis. Is he going to think about roughing up the 48 a little bit here? He's going to race him clean for now. I think that's going to bring Keys back into the fold here. It does. So pit stops approaching in about 10 to 12 laps. Our final round of pit stops here tonight will be approaching here soon. And it's going to get very, very exciting. What a wild race here tonight. 3/4 of the way home in the Carolina 600. Connor Zilic won an Auto Club earlier this season. He's won a Carolina 600 in the past back in season number 2. This would be a monster win for him. His first crown jewel win in some time. And if this holds, he's quite a ways ahead of Van Gisbergen on track. I mean, Van Gisbergen's in 11th, so he's got a shot here. 148 points back. I think he could gain over 45, 50 points here tonight if Van Gisbergen finishes outside the top 10 and he wins. So, there's a lot on the line here. I don't know how Caleb Rose has been driving that car all night, all that side damage. This field's just got really spread out. Matthew Huber's up here running in the top 20. That's awesome for him. Dorian Pinn has been fantastic tonight, keeping that car clean. One of the few clean cars on the racetrack. Ludovic Charette needs something to happen here in these final couple of laps. I mean, Perez is just out there logging laps at this point. There's nothing he can do except hope for some more cars to get taken out in some carnage. I think it also goes without saying. This is the, oh, Perez down pit road. We might be seeing, oh, here we go. Final round of pit stops here is underway with 23 laps to go here in the Carolina 600. It's Keys, Pato, Drew Webb, Logan Williams, Lundgaard, Harris, Newgarden. This could be huge for Blaine Keys. I was about to start talking about undercut versus overcut, and I like an undercut here, but you got to be so careful on not cooking your tires on the outlap because of how aggressive the tire wear has been this weekend. If you cook your tires on the outlap, you know, the guys who took that extra lap or two, like say Connor Zilic and Max Davis, because we saw Ryan Blaney was one of the first cars down pit road. Davis is going to collide with Malukas. Oh, no. We're going to watch Max Davis in the 12. Jack goes up on the left side before it does on Connor Zilic. They drop the Jack, and he's away, so the damage can't be too severe because they didn't stop and fix anything. And folks, where's Blaine Keys in all this? Here comes Blaine Keys. He pit a lap before Zilic and Davis did. Is the undercut going to work? Did he get the outlap he needs to have a shot to win this race? Pato's up there too. Williams to the inside of Drew Webb. Here comes Keys. Goes by Chadwick on the apron. He's already up to speed. He's going to get by Davis. Oh, here he comes. Blaine Keys to the outside, and he's going to take Pato with him, but he sends it way too deep off into the corner. Couldn't get it crossed over to the bottom. Here comes Zilic to the bottom of the racetrack. Keys side by side with the 48 for the lead, and Pato O'Ward is now up here. Oh, boy. Zilic, Keys, Pato, Davis are all up here now. I don't know. I wonder if that damage to the 12 is going to be too much. It's O'Ward now, though, taking over the second position with 21 laps to go. Boy, oh boy, folks, this has been a race to remember here under the lights here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Carolina 600. O'Ward. Logan Williams is flying. Folks, Logan Williams just... What is going on that Logan Williams is so much faster all of a sudden? 28.5. 28.5. Everyone in front of him is 3/10 slower. Hello, folks. Look at the speed of this 33 BMW. He's just carving this field up right now. They're going to catch the lap car below. They're not fast. None of these guys in front of Logan Williams are faster than him. They're all 3/10 slower. I mean, this 33 just came to life here on this past run. Take a look at the times again. 28.9, 28.9, 28.8. Oh, 28.8. I wonder if the same thing's going to happen again where Williams is so fast early in the run, but as the tires start to wear off quickly because of how aggressive he's driving it. Blaney's in the top 10 right now. It's a triple top 10 night for Penske Williams. This has been, I don't know if they're going to win this race, but this has been arguably the best night that team has ever had here. Williams takes another 10th out of Zilich's lead. Davis is going to slide to the outside. He's got to be careful going to the inside of Miata. So top 4 have broken away now. Keys is kind of starting to struggle here. Gets stuck behind Miata in the center of the corner. Does Davis have something for Pato? And the lap cars look like they're going side by side in front of him, so this could slow down Connor Zilich. Oh, does Davis have something for these guys? Here comes Max Davis. Oh, it ain't over, folks. I don't think this 12 car is out of this fight yet. Oh, Williams just barrels it down in there to the inside of Pato. I don't think the 12 and the 33... Oh, boy. Folks, I don't think the 12 and the 33 are going to go quietly into the North Carolina night here. Zilich has got some lap cars to work around. He's got to work around Block, Palou, who's a lap car, but he's not that slow. He's only 3/10 off the leaders versus Block and Perez, who are a lot slower. Zilich going to go to the inside of Block. Block going to keep it to the outside and allow Davis to go by. Yes. The top 3 of Williams and Davis are in the tracks of the 48. They're doing everything they can. Can this 69 hold up the 48? Maybe just for a 10th or 2 to allow his teammate to close in. It was 8/10 between the 3 of them last time by. Here we go. 7/10 this time. And Davis is hanging with him here. So is Logan Williams. There's Chase Elliott, I think, is the only car that they might catch after this. Davis rolled the center of 3 and 4 really well that time. And Williams got by Perez pretty quickly here, so Perez didn't hold up his teammate. Still with it, only lost 500, so this is all to play here in the Carolina 600, and it's going to be without a caution. It's this top 3. Logan Williams, Max Davis, and Connor Zilich. They're going to battle it out as we're going to come to 11 laps to go in the longest race of the season here. Oh, and Davis, that 12 car is just so fast here late in the going of this race. Oh, he took a 10th out of Zilich's lead that time by. Palou's kind of holding up the 48 here. Remember what we were saying, the 01 isn't that much slower than the 48. He's only 2 or 3 tenths off compared to the 7, 8 tenths we saw Block in the 69. Oh, here we go. It's Davis, and this might be Max Davis's best opportunity here to win a Carolina 600 trophy. And the gap to Logan Williams is now half a second. Here comes the 33. Could it be a back-to-back wins for Red Bull Verstappen Racing? They need to get to the inside of Palou quickly here. Davis is going right with Zilich. Oh, here we go. Zilich left the door open. Davis got a great run here into 1 and 2. 8 laps to go. Here comes Max Davis in the 12 for Penske Williams. Side by side for the lead here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it's going to be the 12 with Davis driving around the 48 on the inside. And now here comes Logan Williams in the 33. Oh boy, oh boy. The tide just turned and Zilich in a lap goes from first to third. He's going to have to settle in now if he wants a shot to go back for this victory. But it's Max Davis pulling away now. With just a handful of laps to go, he's got a half a second lead on Logan Williams, and one of the best nights that Penske Williams could ever ask for here. Blaney in 11th, Keys in the 5th position, and Davis potentially on his way to scoring a Carolina 600 win. He's got half a second in front of Zilich and Williams, and they're battling each other. They are battling each other. This might be it for the this is the best thing that Max Davis can ask for, is these two potentially start going side by side. Unbelievable, folks. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we talked about, you know, Max Davis winning at Abu Dhabi was one of the more stunning upsets we've ever seen, but Max Davis storming his way right by Connor Zilich in the 48 in Hendrick Motorsports' backyard is absolutely going to go down as one of the greatest upsets in Stock Car World Cup history. If he can hold on to this, Zilich is going to get to the inside of Williams, so he'll get 5 to go at the stripe, and he will have a shot. He's going to have a shot to go after Davis here. And race control is going to wave the black flag to the 28 of Chase Elliott to get him out of the way. He's very slow on this racetrack here. Zilich got by Williams. 8 tenths is the gap. Just a handful of laps to go here. Oh, and Williams got caught by Pato and Keys, so he's going to the outside. This is still a good run for Logan. I know he's going to be upset he's not getting the win here tonight, but this is a fantastic result for Logan Williams. Going to get a top 5 out of this here. Quickly check it here. Chase here. Oh, Drew Webb and Scotty back almost got together. Or they did get together. Almost caused a caution. Lundgaard, Chadwick, a great top 10 run for her. Rose got by Blaney, but Blaney still having a great night. SVG, not the night he was hoping for. Not the night that SVG, our championship point leader, was hoping for, but sometimes you just got to roll with not having the best car. Oh boy. Oh boy. And the gap is opening back up now for Max Davis. 8 tenths of a second is the gap between him and Connor Zilich. There's nobody in front of. Sam Mayer is a straightaway. Sam Mayer's got the straightaway in between him and Davis, so I don't think there's nothing coming for Zilich unless he can pull the fastest 2 laps that he's ever put down in his life on old tires to catch this 12. Gap stays at 8 tenths of a second. This is an unbelievable performance for Penske Williams tonight. And not for nothing, the one last double podium is still on the cards for them if Blaine Keys has something here on this last lap, because he's all over the backup paddle award. If he can get into the inside of the award, it could be a double podium here for Penske Williams in the Carolina 600. The white flag is in the air. 400s came out of Davis's lead that time by, but 400s isn't enough without something insane happening here. What a night for Max Davis here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. One of the best performance of his career and of Team Penske Williams. They took it to everybody they could tonight, and Max Davis off of turn number 4. Win number 2 in Stock Car World Cup for him. He wins the Carolina 600 here in unbelievable fashion. Connor Zilich, and it's a double podium for Penske Williams because Blaine Keys got by Pato at coming to the stripe. Whew, unbelievable. Logan Williams rounds out the top 5. 6th place for Chase Harris, Scott McLaughlin, Christian Lundgaard, Jamie Chadwick, and Drew Webb round out the top 10 with Caleb Rose, Shane Van Gisbergen, Sawalich 13th, David Malukas, Herta, Pin, Charette. A struggle of a night for Grattan Autosport, not what they needed. Blaney lost a lot of time late there, but he still gets all 3 of the Penske cars up there. Matthew Huber, a nice 21st position. Newgarden and Sam Medeo, a good night for Otter Island Motorsports all around. But folks, my goodness. save it there, and that is official. One of the craziest nights we've ever seen here in Stock Car World Cup. I mean, we had accident after accident after accident the first half of the race, and then we only had one caution that second half of the race, and it turned into an absolute thriller there between Davis, Zilich, Keys, Pato, Williams. The top five just absolutely pulled away, and they gave us a show to remember here in the Carolina 600, and for the second season in a row, the Carolina 600 produces a brand new winner. And that brand new winner this time around is Max Davis. I apologize, folks, because this recording is going to probably be about an hour and 20 minutes when it's all said and done with the replays. It was a lot going on there in the middle stages of this race, but it was an excellent race here. Yeah, it was an excellent showing here under the Carolina lights here in the Carolina 600. Davis, Zilich, Keys, Award, Williams, Harris, McLaughlin up from like 40th on the grid. Christian Lundgaard, Jamie Chadwick, Drew Webb leading the Grattan Autosport quartet with Stuart Grattan and Matt Tuck way out in the back. That did not help them in the constructors. SVG 12th in the points. Should do 12th in the results. He should be okay after tonight. I mean, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be terrible. He's got some things to work with at least, so it's getting wild, folks. It's getting wild. The season's picking up here. Again, I want to say, I haven't talked about it all night, I don't think, but I want to, as always, shout out Alex and AG, the channel here, for letting us put this race up here. The longest race we could possibly shove up here, but it was worth it here in the end because that was an unbelievable race to end this night out here. But that does it here for us from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. One wild night, and next weekend, just to make it any wilder, we're back on my channel at the Minnesota Motorsports Park for the Target 400 and the 1-year anniversary race of Stock Car World Cup. Folks, it doesn't get any bigger than what the past couple of weeks, and this championship is going to go down, I think, all the way to the World Cup final at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But congratulations to Max Davis, Penske Williams on scoring the win here in the Carolina 600. And we will see you all in Minnesota. Till then, so long, everybody.